Namaste. Hello and welcome to the Kundalini podcast. That was Zen, this is Tao. I'm Vivek Govekar. I'm continuing this video from the last episode. That was episode 54. This is episode 55. And I thought might as well make good use of these surroundings and make another video. So, continuing from the topic that I discussed in the last video about change, about allowing good things to happen in your life. Something more that I would like to add on that subject. And there's a lot of books on this subject called The Secret. There are law of attraction books. But how do we do that? How do we actually put that into our lives daily so we draw more and more abundance? Actually, the simplest thing to do is to switch off the mind that keeps telling you you cannot do something. If you have been trained to be cautious and to see things as they seem, not as the vision that you see, then first thing that your mind does is it throws out about 10 different thoughts saying how this cannot be done. And we latch on to each one of them. This is the first layer that needs to be overcome. Okay, your own mind. And this is a constant process. So the thoughts of failure and the thoughts of abundance are all there, all in your mind. And unless you think it and work at it, it's not going to happen. The minute you take that thought and vocalize it, saying, oh, this won't be true, this won't happen, here are the reasons why. Let me save myself the time and not even try it. For example, as I mentioned in the last video, there were a lot of bad things happening to me, and I was in a setting where all of those things kept coming back. Everything in that place kept reminding me of something that was negative and would be bad. On the other side, I have my YouTube videos, I have other creative things that I do. And the first instinct is to stop doing those things and start focusing on the negative issues as though you did something wrong in life. You have to stop that mindset. Sometimes it's counterintuitive. Some of the things that are actually good for you seem like, oh, this is not the right thing, this is not something I should be doing. Should I go to New York City and take more pictures, or should I deal with this situation and start finding solutions? Sometimes the answer is to not change anything that was already happening in your life in that positive direction, and not assuming that those things are somehow creating problems in your life. Sometimes on your path to something great, some bad things will happen. Do you see them as something as a result of your actions that are all positive, good, towards the path of success? Or do you see that as just a stumbling block? Just one of those minor irritations that you have to deal with and keep moving forward. So it was very counterintuitive to come to New York, make these videos, take some pictures, attempt to build something which I've been working on. But I made myself do it. And what helped was these affirmations. It helps to think that, no, my abundance is clear. My path towards success is very clear. I have been the obstacle in the past, taking these negative emotions, negative thoughts, and vocalizing them, and thinking of 10 different ways of not making something happen. Okay? Is that path going to now help me get out and succeed? Or is this going to help me? That was working, that is showing me signs of something positive happening that I have to keep doing persistently, regardless of emotional trauma, regardless of what emotions I'm going through right now. You have to keep going through life. You have to face them. So the best way to bring abundance into your life is by continuing to do those things that feel good to you, feel right to you, not in an egotistic sense, not in a sense where you're just numbing your pain. You're facing your problems. You're doing something about it. But you're not allowing any of that to stop your further progress. and that is the right action. It is sometimes very difficult to take those actions. It is very tough in a situation sometimes to do the right thing, and your mind will then have that dilemma. Oh, yeah, this is right, but this is very tough. I might fail. What will people say? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter how many bad thoughts your own mind churns up. Go in the direction of your dreams and the actions needed to make those dreams happen. If you stop taking those actions, then you've already done the job of those negative emotions, those negative mindset, and it happens. And then you say, aha, look, see, I failed. No, you failed because you decided to stop. I just saw someone walking by with a t-shirt on, and it said, you only fail when you stop trying. Think about it this way. What's more likely? On your path where you are achieving new things, when you're finding new avenues to express yourself, to create new things, are you more likely to meet people who will help you with those things on that path? Or are you likely to meet those people on your old path where you're just negative and sitting there? No, you're not going to find them there. To meet new people who are on the same track, on the same wavelength as you have to go out and meet those people, find those opportunities. In a way, we add to our own struggles and make something into a struggle when it doesn't have to be a struggle. Nothing is guaranteed in life. Everything is something you make happen. All the good things that have come to you have been because of your past good actions. All the bad things that will happen to you are because some mistakes that you made. So learn from the mistake and don't dwell on something bad that happened. A wonderful thing that I once read was, there are two wolves fighting in you. One is a bad, evil, fear, that kind of negative emotion type wolf. And the other is positive, filled with light, a good spirit. And the question was, which wolf will win in that fight? It's the one you feed. It's the one you nurture. What happens in your mind, what happens in your words, what happens in your actions, then becomes your destiny. You've been given one lifetime. And every moment counts. If you have made it count, that was your action. It will have a reward at some point in the future. If you didn't make it count and spend that time just thinking about the past and about how not to do something, that will be your future. You will keep working in that direction, and that will be your destiny. Someone asked me a question about karma. Like, they say that awakened people don't have any karma, or karma doesn't bother them. Like, they are free from the cycle of good and bad karma. That may be true to some extent, but it's quite simple. If you drive recklessly and get into an accident, you are going to face the consequences. You're going to be injured. Somebody might get hurt. You might get, big expense for your car because it's now in a wreck. It's up to you to prevent that from happening by choosing the right actions. And an awakened person understands that instinctively. It's not always true. You are still going to make mistakes. But no, karma doesn't stop working on you just because you're awakened. Karma is very practical. What happens on the spiritual plane, on the higher planes of consciousness, affects the lower planes, the physical reality. Similarly, your actions in this plane affect the spiritual reality. An awakened person knows how to choose the right action because that Kundalini energy is guiding you. And that bad wolf that you have to stop feeding are your old programming, conditioning, vibes, thoughts, emotions that the mind is churning out. For a little while, when you awaken and some time has passed where you're transforming yourself, they will both be working at each other, the good and the evil. But you don't have to worry about what was the past. The energy will guide you towards something better. You still have to work at it. So not only is karma not something that you don't have to worry about it because you're awakened. Okay. No. You have to actually worry about, not worry, but think about, focus on what your karma can do for yourself, for society, for life in general. So if you have the ability to create good through your actions, through your words, create peace, create harmony in a general sense for society, that's going to help you in an individual sense. What you do for yourself, and once you start climbing that ladder of success and becoming more successful, are you helping other people? Are you blessing other people with the blessings that you have received as you receive them? We get into the mindset that, oh, I succeeded and now I have to keep this hidden. That's the next pitfall. When you're successful up to a certain stage, people tend to keep it all to themselves and hidden and just give out a little bit. That's going to bring more of that in your life. Yes, you succeeded up to that point, but now you've created more barriers, more boundaries, and you're not making it more limitless. That includes giving generously. It could be good advice. It doesn't have to be money. It could be some skills that you're teaching people, something positive that you're giving to people without any expectation. Understand that. Expectation and getting results out of that, again, more thoughts related to a certain subject, going in a certain direction. So then only that calculated mindset will come. And the next steps you will take will only be based on that calculation, and those kind of people will come into your life. It is all up to you. When you realize the power of it, you understand how amazing it is. Initially, you are a little scared. All this power, am I going to use it right? And you're going to make mistakes. But the point is to correct course constantly understand, analyze, and work towards that harmony where your outer self, your motivations are balanced so that your mind is not churning out chatter. Even if it does, you have ways of correcting it. You only focus on the things that help you. You don't focus on hurting someone. If you get something, you share it with others. It's all very simple. What's not simple is implementing it on a day-to-day basis, and that requires practice. That requires constant focus. Through the hardships, through the misery, especially through those. Because those are tests. And you're like, oh, opportunity, test, not crisis. Latch on to that, that will happen more. More of that will come. When you're going through bad things, push on. And whatever good you had done in the past, whatever work you had done towards the good things that you have in life, work more towards that. Oh, this is an opportunity. I can discard some of the bad stuff. Great. Oh, look at this person who I can help out. Not with any expectation, but because you are training your mind to receive abundance. And what you give, you get back. Many fold. Even to the bad people, even to the so-called evil people in your life, who are not really evil, who are not really bad. It's just a mismatch between you and them. Wish the best even for those people. I'm going to enjoy this wonderful day now in New York. I don't know, I might make another video or just do some sightseeing and take some pictures. Check out my Instagram. It is photo.vivek, photo.vivek. And please subscribe to this channel. Hit a like if you like this video and other videos like it. Tell your friends about it. Hope you have a great day. Be well.